Hello. I'm excited for this video because I'm going to be using the app here for hopefully the last time before releasing all the features I've been working on. The last few videos have all said, hey, you can't really do exactly what I'm doing yet because I'm still a work in progress. It's been a lot of work culminating, hopefully, to a release very soon, if all goes well during this little trial run. So I've got the app pulled up and it's in like a simulated touchscreen kind of mode because I want to try it out that way for people who are going to use this on their phone or tablet, like me actually most of the time when I'm not actually working on developing the app. And the new features I will show you are here. This is the big one. Start without notes so that when you start a new game, it's totally blank instead of coming with all of the notes that you just eliminate over time. And so this allows you to do like Snyder notation and other interesting things if you enjoy that part of solving a Sudoku. And I will also turn on marked links because that's the second newest feature and one that I thoroughly enjoy, especially as you'll maybe soon see when doing Snyder notation. So let's do a hard game and just see what we can do. And I'm going to start with this. Now, these icons, well, these are now icons, sort of, instead of actually writing out what they are. So when you tap it, or if we're in if you're just on your desktop, when you hover over it, you should see the tooltip. Huh. I wonder if something's broken just with Chrome there. Yeah. Okay, so if you don't switch back and forth between tablet and regular mode, when you hover, you'll see the tooltip like that. Okay, let's go back to touch screen mode. Okay. Very good. Let's just dive in and see how it goes. Doing this as a ah the pre-release celebratory Sudoku solve. Okay, so I noticed that the one can only be there, and that means this one can only be there and there. Oh, the ones are just falling right into place, aren't they? That's cool. Wow, nice and easy celebratory Sudoku. Um, Twos. I don't see any other twos on the board. I guess we'd better just move on. Uh, hmm. That's the only three on the board as well that I can spot, and it doesn't give us anything interesting to note. Okay, 4 can only go there because, and I'll explain a little bit what I'm doing. So there's a 4 here and here, so that means it can't be in either of any of these 5 cells, which means that's the only one left that it could possibly go into. What about up here? Ah, yep, here's another one. So here there's a couple of 4s that both see all of that, meaning only that is left. And that's about all I can spot. 5. Ah, now we finally have a reason to do some markings here. So the 5s see both of those cells, leaving only those 2 left. And so Snyder notation, which is what I'll do at the start here, is when you only have 2 possible places in a block for a value to go, you write those numbers in. And the addition I'm making to that in this app is you don't just write them in, which would mean they would look like that. You also put these link marks around them. And that way we'll be able to add more numbers later and still keep track of the fact that that's a strong link between those two, because of that's what it means. When there's only 2 of them in a given row, block, or column, that's when you give it those link marks. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, that's all I got. 6. Aha! 6 is also there as those 2 both see a 6. And so now we have a 5-6 pair there, which means everything else is impossible. in those cells. And that's what this new marking is all about. And that's the new feature. You don't just mark when something is possible, you also mark when something is impossible. And then you can sort of keep track of more things with your notation. As you're converting from Snyder to regular notation, you could keep track of which cells you've done. You don't have to do it all at once. You could just do little pieces like I just did there. That's the new feature. And so now there's only two values left to place in this whole block, and they both must go there. So we could put the, what is that, the 4 and the 7, and everything else is impossible there. So this block is now fully notated, which is cool. Now, that 4, 7 seems interesting. Let's just look at those numbers. Let's see, so 4 has to go in one of these two cells now. Can't be in this row, and now it can't be in, or sorry, this column. And now it can't be in this column either because one of those has to be the 4, so it can't be any of these three, leaving us with only those two left. And 7, it looks like, is already taken care of down on these blocks. So, all right, so let's see. We were just doing 6 because we placed that one. So let's see if there's anything else to do with 6s. Yep, down here. Can only be there. And now, because the 6 in this row must go there, it tells us that we can only be in those two cells over here in this block. And that's some of the power of Snyder notation. If you were to try and just fill in full notation, it would take you longer to spot these kinds of things where, oh, you know, that's basically an omission, right? Like normally you might think a 6 could be possible here, but once you know that this little guy over here must be, you know, in this block, they must be in that bottom row, then you can eliminate it. Okay, I think that was as much as we can do. Oh no, 6. Oh, look at this. Power yet again. We can use that same principle to eliminate this 6, which means that that gets us to the actual value here. And it can't be there. Cool. Now something's weird. Something's weird. Aha! Okay, check this out. In this column, the 6 is going to have to go here. It can't be in either of those two cells. You can see we've marked it impossible. And it can't be in this block because we've got it there. And it can only be here in this block. So that's actually the value 6 right there. Now, aha, we should have been able to do this much easier. I put the 6 there right above the given 6. You were probably all screaming at me, you know, 5 minutes ago. But just in case it's interesting, the way I happened to spot it this time was not that obvious way. Instead, whenever there's just a couple places left for a value, they're going to have to make the sort of corners of a rectangle. And these 4 possible places I have marked for a 6 do not make a rectangle. Like this one is not in the same column as this one. And so something was fishy there, and that's what made me look into it. Okay, so let's get this done. So the 6 has to go there, we said. It can't actually go there, which means that's going to be the 5. Now it can't go there, so this is the 6, and it's impossible here. So that finishes out all the 6s? No. We've got to place it here as well. And then this one eliminates that. Again, that's the same 6 that I didn't catch over here that should have eliminated one. Okay, cool. Now, this is a fun little thing. I'm going to depart from Snyder because I notice there's only 2 values possible left to place in this column. So let's just see what they are. That's going to be the 2, and those are strong links. So I can use these same strong link marks, and this is what adding that extra piece of notation. This is another example of how you can do something more flexible than Snyder. So the 2 can go there, and what's the other one? Oh, 3 actually. 2 and 3, and the rest are impossible. You know, with Snyder, you can't mark those because you're only allowed to put a value in a block when there's 2 places for that to go in the block. And here, because we've got those link marks, we're not going to get confused. We're not going to think, oh, where's the other 2 and 3 supposed to go in here? Okay. Good. So that was our 6s. We finished those off. Let's try 7s. Oh, we have a lot of 7s marked. Feels like probably we can do something with them. Yeah, we can put a 7 here. And then because of that one, oh, it could be anywhere in this whole thing. Well, we can mark that there's only 2 possible places for a 7 here. And you know, just again to show off what we can do beyond Snyder, I'm going to go ahead and mark these 3. And then it's impossible in the rest of the block. Which again, with Snyder you shouldn't be able to do that, but now I can see there's no link mark there, so... and now we've fully marked all the 7s on the entire board. And so I can notice that across this row, we actually have a strong link on those 2 7s. And maybe that'll be interesting later. It'll help us more quickly fill something in. We'll see. All right, moving on to 8. Anything interesting to mark with 8s? See, now I could do the same thing again. I could mark 8, 8, 8 in here just to keep track. But there is something to be said about Snyder. It sort of lets you move quickly at the beginning without fully marking all these things in. So normally I'm just going to skip that. For some reason, those 7s called to me. I just wanted to write them in. Gosh, I'm actually not seeing, oh, here, we can actually mark, oh, actually, 2, 3, can we finish this out? Let's just finish out this block since we're here. I happen to just know the numbers that should go in, so I might as well just mark them. Okay, back to our 8s. 8, 8, 8. Where are you? Yeah, I'm not seeing much interesting. Oh, wait, here. Okay, we can actually mark our 8s there. All right, good enough. 9. My 9 goes here. That's cool. And 9 goes here. And 9 goes in one of these 2 places. And 9 goes here, which knocks it out of there. Great. Okay, so we've zipped through, we've placed a lot of numbers, and I'm not very experienced because these are new features in the app, and this is the app I always use. I don't have a lot of experience with, marking up these things, building up to full notation. I normally just start with full notation and eliminate things. So I don't know if this is really the best choice, but I feel like it might be good to go cycle through the numbers again. So let me try it. So let's try 1s again. 1, do we have all the 1s? Oh, we have all the 1s marked. Okay, cool. 2. Oh yes, we only had, the 2 and the 3 were only in these locations before. Let's see if, now that we've marked a bunch of other stuff in, if that helps us with anything. We can actually do that, but that doesn't help us go anywhere beyond. 3 was a similar story, and still nothing really to mark up there. 4. Nothing. Got a lot. Oh, wait, no, we can mark this one. Okay, well, that's something. 5. 5s. Do we have any? Oh, what about in here? Here? Oh, okay, here we can mark. Oh, we can actually place the 5. Could we not do that before? Oh, maybe we placed this one and then didn't really investigate where else we could go with it. Okay, cool. So that's nice. We can place that 5. And I'm going to try to remember to come back to this block when we're done, if we don't place very many more. 6. Are 6s done? Yeah. 7. 7, 7. 7s are totally unplaced up top and totally placed everywhere else. Okay, so is there any more we can do with them? No. 8. And 8 should only be interesting in a place where we've placed a new 9, because otherwise we've already looked at it as it stood. And these are the only two where we placed a 9, and I don't see anything interesting to do with 8s in either spot. Okay, so I'm going to come back and do 1, 2, 3, 4 here where I placed the 5. No, 1, 2, 3, because we already have the 4 marked. Just in case something got interesting with those. Oh, and it did. The 1, oh, no, it didn't. So 1 we already have. So 2, 3. Anything interesting with 2 or 3? Those were the ones that don't have, these are the only spots where we have them. Still don't get down to 2 candidates there. So there we go. First round of just trying to look at numbers and do the sort of cross-hatching technique. Gone as far as we can go. And I feel like it's interesting to just try to find restricted places like this. So we've got a place 2, 3, 8. Those are the values in this column that are missing. And we can just try and fill in the 3 and the 8. So that leaves us with a strong link on 3s here, since it can't go there because of this one. And then the 8 can go in either location. And then that finishes out that column. And let's do this column as well, and then see if there's anything interesting with that whole stack that we would then have finished full notation on. So we've got 2, 3, 7, 8 to try to place. 2s can go here. 3s could go anywhere. What was the next? 7. 7 we've got marked already, so 8 is the last one. Oh, and it can't go there, but it could go here. And then that makes a strong link with the only 2 places for an 8 in that column. Oh boy. Oh, we got 5 open cells in this whole row. Sorry, so we have to figure out all the possible places for a 5 inside here as well. Could this be a 5? Yes, and that could as well. So I like to play with this option on to highlight errors. So just there, I saw that this cell actually is the 5, because when I tried to mark that the 5 is impossible, it showed me that was an error, meaning actually you said it's impossible, but it is the 5, so you're mistaken. So I actually know, I sort of have this cheater knowledge now that this is the 5, but that's actually okay. That doesn't bother me too much, because I only place something, only make a mark when I know, or I think I know, that I can prove it. So it doesn't actually affect the game for me. Okay, and those were the only places for a 5 in here, so we can strong link mark that. And we should have been able to see that. I should have been able to see that quite a bit earlier. As soon as I marked that it was impossible here, then obviously there's only 2 places left for a 5 here. But anyway. Now, is there anything interesting to do with these fully marked columns and blocks that we have? I mean, marking that strong link was one interesting thing already. And I don't really, so far I'm not spotting anything else. I don't see any hidden pairs. I don't see any unique rectangles potentials. And I don't see any new strong links to mark between the blocks or columns. So I guess that's it. What shall we do next? There's only 2 things left to place in this row. Let's try that. So it's 2, 3, 5. There's only 3 cells open in the whole row, and I can see which ones they are quickly by looking at my notation here. So 2, 3, 5 is what I need to place. 2 could go in either of those. 3 can only go in these two. And 5 could go here, and 5 could go here. All right, fair enough. And I don't know, shall we finish out these rows so that we can look at the whole band? Why not? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things left. So this must be the 2, 3, 5, 8. 2 could be, wrong click mode. 2 could be in any of those. 3 could be in any of those. 5 can only be here and there, and 8's already marked. So that finishes out that particular row. And ooh, do we have a unique rectangle going on here? I think we do. Check this out. Now this is, again, part of the fun of, what I'm hoping is the fun of this type of notation instead of being more restricted to just Snyder. Because I wouldn't have spotted otherwise that we've got a hidden rectangle with these 4 cells using the candidates 2-5. So here we have a bi-value cell with 2 values, 2-5. And I can go horizontally or vertically and find another cell that also has both 2 and 5. Can have other things like an 8. So there it is. And now there's a strong link coming out of one of them. And I can see that strong link makes 4 corners of a rectangle when we add our bi-value cell. And they both have 2-5 in them as well. So 2-5 is in all 4 corners. And these 2 sides of the rectangle have strong links between them. That means there's a hidden rectangle. So if we were to make this a 2, then because of the strong links, these 2 corners would have to become a 5, and then that would make this a 2. That's the deadly pattern. You can't have 2s on one corner and 5s on the other corners opposite each other like that, because then you could swap them and the Sudoku would still be valid. And Sudokus are created so that they only have one solution. This would mean it has 2 solutions, therefore neither one must be correct. And so this cannot be a 2, is what that all boils down to. And then we can mark the strong link on the remaining 2s there. Anything else interesting in this band yet? Well, let's finish the band. So we have to do 2, 3, 8, and 2, 3, 5, 8 in here. 2 should be able to go anywhere. 3 should be able to go anywhere. 5 can only go here. That's interesting. I should have seen that sooner. Oops, that's not a 5. 2, 3, 5, and what did I say? 8. 8 can go into any of them. Oh man, a lot of possibilities still in this center block. Oh, but look, that's a hidden single. 5, this is the only spot with a 5 in the whole row. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Awesome. So that's a 5. Now, that means it's impossible here. That gives us a strong link on our 8s here. And I guess that's all I'm seeing off the top of my head. Off the top of my eyes, at a glance. All right. Well, that's cool. Great. Well, what shall we go for next? Maybe let's fill in this block, because then that'll give us the whole stack here to look at. All right, so let's do these value-wise one. Where can 2 go? It could go in any of these 3 places. 3 could go in these 3 places. 4 we have marked, 5, 6, 7, all marked. 8 could go, oh, only in these 2 places. That's cool. And the rest are impossible. Let's see. Now looking at the column that we just finished, that gives us, I noticed, a strong link on these 8s. Oh, and on these 8s. Oh, and I missed marking that this is a strong link on 5s here. So actually we have all four sides of this, what was the hidden rectangle, marked out with strong links. All right, cool. I'm not spotting anything else to do at a glance. Oh, we could mark the strong link on these 3s. That's a naked pair. Okay. Only 2 blocks left, and so let's do them. 2 could go anywhere in here. 3 could go anywhere in here. 4 can, oh, is marked already. 5, 6, 8 can go anywhere in here. Okay. Yeah, we have these very unrestricted values, 2, 3, and 8. Anything new in the rows to mark? Yep, we got a strong link on those 8s. Got a strong link on these 3s. Aha! And that means, since this is the only spot where 3s can go in the whole row, they can't go anywhere else in the block. It has to be one of those 2, therefore it can't be either of those 2. And oh, hidden single. Oh, no. Sorry, there's another 4 there. So that's a strong link on, that's not a 4. There's a strong link on these 4s. Okay. Okay, cool. Anything else interesting in this whole, what's this called? Not a row, band. In this whole bottom band. No, I don't see anything interesting. I don't see any hidden rectangle things. There's a 2, 3, but you can't match up. Is anything else in the band? 3, 8 again, 2, 8 can't. I don't see any hidden pairs. I don't see any more strong links to mark, although I can miss those pretty easily. Okay. Well, let's fill in the last one, and then we will have ourselves all the way to full notation. All right. 2 can be in these 3 places. 3 can be in these 3 places. 4 can be not there. Oh, not there. We have a strong link on 4s that we've missed. I've missed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. See this? I'm so blind. This 4 eliminates that one. So we actually have our 4 placed here and here. And now we had a strong link on those 7s that we had marked previously. So we can know very quickly that that has to go there. Obviously then, that can't be a 7. That can't be a 7. That 4 eliminates this one, which gives us the 2. Oh my gosh, sorry. Slow down. That's not full notation yet. There could be other values that are possible in here. Thank you, error marking. I wish I didn't need it. Okay, but anyway, the 4 is impossible, which means this strong link that we did actually mark should tell us for sure that this is the 4. Which means it can't be there, so we can follow lots of strong links around and say it must be there and there. Can't be there. Follow this strong link that gives us an 8, and it can't be there. Now, oh, or there. Okay, that gives us a strong link on those 8s. And gosh, I could fill in all these strong links, I suppose, although I feel like the puzzle is kind of unraveling, and so we might not need them. But anyway, I'm spotting them. I guess I'll mark them. Okay. Okay, sorry. Let me finish putting this in. So we've got 2 and 3 marked. What's left? 8, of course, are 3 largely unrestricted values. We can do something with the 8s down there. But anyway, these 2 could be an 8. And, okay, sorry, let me back up. Now, why did that just kick in? When I marked this impossible? No. Why did that do that now? Okay, there's something I don't understand going on that I'm going to look into. Back up. I'm just going to make a note of this. Before I release, I want to understand why that's happening. One moment, please. Look into why this causes the auto apply. Okay. Let me turn that off. Okay, 8 can go there, which means now we've filled in everything. We've reached full notation. And now, that was showing me something that I can't unsee, which is, obviously this can't be a 7. I'm blind again. This one eliminates that one. And so, because of the strong link, this must be the 7. Now that gives us a strong link here. And there are no other 7 candidates to eliminate. In fact, we might have placed them all. Yeah, that was the last 7. Okay. Oh, this is great. So now we actually have, not everything just fell apart, at least not from the things that I've spotted so far. And so I'm going to go ahead and mark things up a little bit more while I can do it, at a glance easily like this. Here we go. So here's one. There's a strong link on 3s there, which means it can't be here. And I remember seeing something with 8s about that, or maybe that is what I saw before. Maybe that's what I saw before. Okay. Here, no, maybe this is what I saw. We have a strong link on 8s here, which means it can't be this one. In the column, this was the only place for the 8s. So a lot of omissions like this to find still, apparently. Let's see. Just scanning around looking for more strong links right now. Oops, no, that's not one. On the 3s, there's one. A lot of them are marked, obviously. We've been doing it almost all along. But I'm just looking at the rows, and now I'm going to look at the columns, and we've got most of them all marked up. Nope, not this one. And I find, as you've seen, I find these helpful just to spot omissions, personally. It's just sort of part of my process is scanning for all these links. And then, if you need to do chaining, that's when they really, really are helpful. And I really like to do chaining, so I usually play diabolical games where you have to do chaining. Or other things that I don't know how to do. But anyway, in terms of the strategies that this app knows about, it has to do chaining to solve the diabolical ones. And in the blocks, it looks like things are pretty well marked for the blocks already. I'm not spotting anything new. Going quickly. So might as well do a few chains. Why not? It might not be necessary for a hard game like this. I don't know for sure, but hey, I like them. So, I just saw another one there. So this 3, maybe we can find a chain on this 3 that would help us finish out the last strong link. Does it go one of those, maybe we can eliminate one of those. So if this was not a 3, then that would be a 3, that'd be an 8. 2, that'd be a 3 down there. Ooh, I almost thought it helps us. That's not a 3, so that would be a 3. Okay, and there it is. So if this is not a 3, if I followed that correctly, then this is a 3. Now, when I do that, I often will make a mistake, so I always double check. So can I get back to saying this is a 3 again? If that's not a 3, I have 3, not 3, 3, not 3, 3, not 3, 8, not 8, 8. Come on, let's get back to it. How did I get here? Somehow I have to get to 2's. Not 3, 3, not 2, 2, not 2, 3. Okay, there's a quick path for it. Not 3, 3, not 2, 2, not 2, 3. So either this is a 3 or that one. If this is a 3, obviously, or if it's not a 3, then this one is. In either case, this one cannot be a 3. So both possibilities mean that can't be a 3. So that gives us the strong link that we said we were missing and looking for. I have to cough. I'm looking for a mute button. I'm not finding it. How do I mute? Whew. Hard work holding that in. Okay. And now let's see. We had a strong link there, so that tells us that actually this is the real 3. And now this is going to hopefully make things really fall into place. Which means, now let's see, what's my shortcut? That's not a 3, which means this is a 3, which means that's not a 3. Ah, okay, well, it didn't unravel the puzzle, at least not yet. Oh, wait a minute, there's one there. So that's a 3, which means that's the 2. Oh, here we go. And that's the 3. And that's the 2. That's the 8, 2, 8, 3, 2, 5, 8, 3, 5, 2, 3, 2, 8, 3, 2. Oh, I said 2, but I typed 8. Let's see, 3. What? Oh, that's where I had the 3. 8. Oh my gosh. Slow down. Think about what you're doing. That's 3 knocks that one out, so therefore this must be the 8, leaving that as the 2. Okay. Well, there we go. Everything looks good except that one thing I'm going to look into. I will figure that out and either understand or fix it before I put this video live, which means that you can look down below and follow the link to play along exactly with all these features. And I am proud to announce that by the time you see this video, it will be live.